Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about a few things that might be helpful if you're stuck in the snow. This right here is my wife's 2008 Toyota Prius, and I'm confident it'll drive out of here without any problems. My Expedition's been sitting in that spot all night, so at least there's one spot where there's not any snow. That'll help me get some speed up. The trick is knowing what you have. A Prius is a heavy car for its size, and it has a short wheelbase. It has a lot of ground pressure. You want to take advantage of that in this situation. When you have a lot of ground pressure, you go low and slow. You want to grab the ground underneath of the snow. You don't want to grab the snow. Something like my Expedition though, it is a very heavy car, but it's got a long wheelbase with wide tires. It doesn't have that much ground pressure. What you want to do with something like that is get on top of the snow and just keep it rolling. You don't want to dig with that. But something like this, you want to dig with. If this thing gets up on top of the snow and the tires break loose, it'll drop onto its belly and the snow will hold the tires off the ground. That's why we got to go slow with something like this. You don't want to just send it. The Expedition, you want to just send it. And of course, with something like the Expedition, you don't want it to stop until you're in a safe place to do so. Now this doesn't seem like enough snow to slow down the Expedition. We've got a lot of clearance and really good tires, but just have a look at this. I'll show you how much snow we're sitting on. That's more than I have in axle clearance by far. It's quite a bit. Thank you, snowplow guy. Now to the Prius. Another thing we can take advantage of here is the ground underneath of the car. There's not as much snow under the car, so there's nothing to get hooked up on. It's a front wheel drive car and we're going backwards. That means the drive tires have that much length right there to get some momentum going. There we are, it's up and out of there. Notice how I didn't force a car to do anything it didn't want to do. It went back as far as it wanted to go and I didn't make it go any further than that. I then pulled back ahead and tried again. Had I forced the car to go back further than it wanted to go, it would have dug and I would have been stuck. This is why, in the snow at least, I prefer cars with overhead cam engines. Pushrod engines make their maximum horsepower and torque at a much lower RPM, and that low-end torque makes it easy to dig holes. It takes real talent to be gentle with something like that. An overhead cam engine's smoother. It's easy to be gentle. I hope this helps somebody. And by the way, happy President's Day, I think it is? The mail's not running, so I guess President's Day.